The big week for the NBA, a slate of marquee games set for Christmas Day, continuing a tradition that goes back to 1947. Joining us now to talk about that and much more is NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Commissioner, it's so great to have you in our new studio here.
Thank you. It's beautiful. It's amazing.
Yeah, so we'll get to the excitement in just a moment, but I do want to ask you first about this gambling scandal that's rocked the NBA. Of course, the NBA isn't the only league that's been dealing with this, other sports as well. But what is your message to fans who maybe worry about the game's integrity right now?
My message is the integrity is absolutely solid. So the scandal, as you called it, is an incident from 2.5 years ago involving one player who allegedly tipped other accomplices that he was going to be coming out of a game early because he was injured. But so that's, to me, an isolated incident so far. Having said that, we take it absolutely seriously. I understand from a fan standpoint that there's nothing more important than the integrity of the game. And I think, recently we put in some new rules around injury reporting just to address incidents like that, so that information is released as soon as it's known to the teams, and so that there's a level playing field of people who may be betting on the game, so they have the same information as everybody else.
And we know that the business of sports betting is booming, legalized, that is. But do you worry that the culture, the accessibility of it may be part of the problem here?
I mean, to your point, there's a huge growing legalized sports betting business, and now the prediction markets are part of that as well. There's also probably an even larger illegal sports betting market. So for me, the options are illegal betting or legal betting. And given that choice, we'd much rather there be legal betting where there's transparency. For example, in the case you mentioned before, we spotted it first along with the betting companies because there was aberrational betting on the so-called unders for that game. So we think we're much better off if there's going to be betting, and there will be, that it be in a legal, transparent framework rather than be controlled, by bad forces and kept underground.
All right, let's look ahead here, some of the things that fans are looking forward to. I understand there's some news this morning about the NBA possibly expanding into Europe. What can you tell us about that?
Well, so it's something we've been discussing for a while, and that is having a separate league in Europe. Basketball is the #2 sport in Europe after soccer. I mean, it's probably 300 million fans. Many of our top players are European. Roughly 15% of the league is European players. So that the quality of basketball is amazingly, high level there. But there hasn't been commercial success really ever for a league there. Each country has its own leagues. There's something that's pan-European. So we think there's an opportunity to come in, do something pan-European, have franchises in great European capitals like Paris, London, Berlin, Madrid, etc. So the opportunity is there. It's something we're looking very closely at with our owners right now. We've been out in the marketplace talking to some of the well-known soccer clubs who also field basketball teams, some of the biggest sports brands in the world. So there's tremendous interest. So it's something sort of in the next few months we're going to sort out. But I think there's a very good chance we're going to move forward with something there.
Okay, we will stand by for news on that. Let's get to the Christmas games. This tradition we mentioned, nearly 80 years. Why is it so important to showcase these games on Christmas Day?
I think the players get up for playing on Christmas. To your point, it's a tradition that goes back to the earliest days of the league, roughly 80 years ago. It's become a special date. I think families are obviously together. It's 13 straight hours of NBA basketball now on ABC and ESPN. I mean, that's more hours than most series for an entire year. So it's an incredible amount of high quality basketball. And as I said, there's great matchups that day. And I'll be here in New York at Madison Square Garden. That's a tradition there as well. And I'd say the players get up for those games. They love playing on Christmas. They want to play on Christmas. And I think it's really exciting for the fans.
And these games, it's going to showcase, a bunch of the veteran players like LeBron James, but also some up-and-coming stars. What can fans expect?
Oklahoma City, for example, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, obviously our defending champions. They're going to be playing the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama, they just met in the NBA Cup in Las Vegas last week, so that's going to be an exciting rematch of those two teams. Great young talent coming up in the league right now across the board. Cooper Flagg from Dallas Mavericks will be playing that day. He just turned 19. It's hard to believe. So enormous excitement around that day in the games.
Excellent. Commissioner Silver, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to it. You can watch all 5 Christmas Day games on ABC and ESPN starting at noon Eastern.